Anpario. Now, the reason why I added this, I've listened to a podcast the other day. Lord Lee, who's still around, still an active investor. Fair play. I think he was the UK's first ISA millionaire. So Lord Lee, I heard him on a podcast the other day, and he talked about Anpario, and the results came out. And I thought, well, that sounds interesting. I haven't added those to the MicroCap list. So I added them, and I looked at them and thought, I don't, I don't want to sway your judgment. So where are we? Let's go to the MicroCap League. Anpario. By the way, this will be kicking in, I think, tomorrow or Thursday, the last week thing, because it started last week, so it takes 7 days. This was a new development. So you can see whether companies will be, lower or higher last week than this week. So, Anpario. Here we are. They are an independent distributor, international manufacturer and distributor of natural feed additives for animal health, nutrition, and biosecurity. Our specialist feed technologies are both innovative and tailored to meet the ever-increasing population requirements for healthy food. Anpario technologies are sold in over 80 countries through established sales distribution networks in key markets around the world. Okay, let's have a look at the tail of the tape. They are $2.50 a share. Target price from the broker is $3.40. That's 34% upside. Market cap 42 million. Enterprise value 32 million. That means they have more cash than debt. And of course, enterprise value is a more effective way of valuing a company because it takes into account debt and cash, whereas market cap is just the share price times by the amount of shares. It doesn't take into account debt, cash. So it's always good to have that in the green. Everything is color coded in the site. So it's in the green, it's good. If it's in red, have a look at it. Now, average daily volume, it's not a big concern. 62 grand a day. It's not hugely liquid, but that will turn to green over 100,000. Okay. So revenue, 30 million. What's the market cap? Yeah, 30 million. Operating profit, 2.5. So it's profitable. Cash, 10 mil. That explains why the enterprise value is below that. There's no debt. Always good to see. Operating cash flow, 8.6. Free cash flow, 9.9. Do they pay dividend? So that's the tail of the tape. Let's have a look at the scores then. It's looking all good apart from growth and potential, sorry, because I look for like over 40%. It goes green if it gets above 40%. Okay, so it's in the amber. There's no red there, which is quite good. So let's dig into this a bit more detail. So the half year, these are the most recent set of results, which were the 31st of 12th. -6%. There's a lot of companies in this space, actually, plant healthcare. What else? There's somebody else. They are vaguely in this space, through food additives and that has suffered recently. But so the growth there, top line growth is down, operating growth is down. Nevertheless, operating profit still 2.5. So still making a profit, even though the growth has gone down. Free cash has gone up. Let's look at value. Okay, 1.4 in sales, that's fine. PE is 17, it's on the amber, it's okay. Price of book is okay. EBITDA is decent. It's 9, so it's 5 points there. 9 times EBITDA. That's all right. Health is good. 10 million cash. Gross margin is 45, decent, above the 40 level. Operating margin, now they've taken a hit, I assume, so it's gone down, and in fact last year's gone down. So return on capital as well is questionable. But there's no red, well, there's red here, the growth side of it. And so one thing in there, this could be a recovery play, because the value is good, the growth has disappeared for a while. If the growth is coming back, it could be a recovery play. So let's look at the forecast. The momentum is good. Target. So let's scroll forward. In fact, so last year operating profit was 3.5. It's got a 2.5. Okay. Yeah, let's look at the forecast going forward then. So we're seeing top line growth here. This is the value, by the way. Where's the value? The valuation going forward is looking good. Let's have a look at the growth going forward. This is what the forecasts are basically. 33, 37, 37-ish. Oh, I've added the same there. But the gross margin is fine. EBITDA is okay. So yeah, in fact, I've given it a score. Maybe I've given it too much. 1.5 multiple, 15. I've given it an upside of 54%. 54% on Anpario. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Anpario, what's your take on that? Let's have a look at the chart quickly. Hang on. Well, it doesn't have to be quickly, but ANP. Anpario. Sorry, let's hide this. Look at that. It's come down a long way. And you can see there, even if we take, so this is a 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average. You can see here, it stopped making higher highs here, right here. Where's it? August 21, and we started seeing a series of higher lows. See, and you can see it going up here. You've got higher highs, and these moving averages are lagging indicators of that. But you start, in fact, then it started really steeply dropping down. Oof. But maybe we're seeing now a bottoming process, because you can see here it's flirting with the moving averages. It's not made a significant break, but we're not getting any lower lows, which is a good sign. 3 states of a chart: uptrend, range, downtrend, downtrend, range, uptrend. So it needs to go to that, uptrend. So basically, uptrend, downtrend. Now we are in a range. What comes next is hopefully an uptrend, but it needs to break into a new trend. And I'd say above maybe 280, because it's tried to get above that. The gap is almost there. This level here, 280. If it closes above that, that will be a good sign, I'd say. And then the moving averages will move up. So as yet, though, we are in a range. So you're looking for an uptrend. Okay, if you're investing in a dividend stock, range is not too bad as long as you're pretty confident it's not going down in down range, in a downtrend. Okay, so what do you reckon, ladies and gentlemen? Anpario, let's have a look here on the chat. Graham, no growth is pretty flat, says Graham. Yes. Will it come back, though? Ed, Anpario, nah. Can't get excited about it. I know what you mean. No, strong recovery plays out there. Okay, yeah, that's good. Darren, it's good to be selective. But it's no harm to put on your watch list. Maybe put, and I like I said, on the chart, if you're not used to charts, you can go to the chart section there. But you could put an alert on this, just saying, okay, it's not closed above that for a long time, 280. So I've right-clicked on this area here. It's come up, price, yeah, and say ANP, resistance, add that, and I'll be alerted if it crosses above that. Then I'll revisit it again then. Okay, so that's there. But so far we got how many? 1 no, 2 no's. Darren no. Gareth, Andrew does pay a dividend, does it? Okay, well listen, watch this now. There we are. 4% dividend. I'll edit this back in at the end. 4% dividend. So Gareth does pay dividend, but are you saying yay or nay, Gareth? Watch this or ignore. Andrew, no better opportunities elsewhere. Over the last 11 years, it's increased its rev by 20%. What is it recovering from? Where is the growth? Exactly. That's from Daniel. Not at the moment. Still looks like it's consolidating. ANP, one to watch, says Mark V. Daniel, not from me. Mick 70, a holding pattern yet. Brian, ANP, where's the momentum coming from to push it upwards? Good question. Do your research there. Graham, too niche. Okay. Not at the moment, unless the div and a good chance to get the takeout. That's from Phil. Buy on the breakout. Yeah, sometimes it may get growth. I mean, potential forecasts are just that. If they land some big contracts, it can do a lot better. So I think it's one. Personally, I think it's one for the watch list. I'd watch it. Nice dividend. It's healthy balance sheet. The value's there. The growth isn't yet, but the growth could return. Don't write it off yet. So I think it's one for the watch list. Do you remember? A watch list is like a funnel. Everything's not a buy opportunity, but it's worth. I think it's worth adding to the watch list. Just to keep an eye on it. Maybe there should be something less than the watch list. So it doesn't mean I'm going to buy it. It means I'm keeping an eye on it. So I'm saying Anpario, one for the watch list from me.